Hey, what's up guys? Got another video on my daughter's 2012 Ford Focus. She said her check engine light came on. I went ahead and scanned for codes and it's bringing up P0131 saying there's an issue with the bank 1 sensor 1 O2 sensor, which would be the upstream. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that and show you guys how. Alright guys, really quick here, I just want to show you what it's bringing up on the code reader. So down here on their left by your feet, you got your OBD2 port. Go ahead and plug in your scan tool down there, and then you will need to have the key on but not started. And then this is just a cheap scan tool you can get off Amazon. I think it's around 20 bucks or so. I'll put a link in the description for it. But you want to go to Diagnose, hit OK, and then go down to DTC count, and you can see we got 1 on there. So go ahead and hit OK on that, and ECM/PCM. And then hit OK, read codes, stored codes, and right there you see P0131 at the top. It's saying there's a O2 sensor circuit low voltage, bank 1, sensor 1. So since this is a 4-cylinder, of course there's only going to be one bank, but sensor 1 means the upstream. If that were to say sensor 2, that would be your downstream O2 sensor. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the upstream sensor on this and see if that takes care of it. So go ahead and pop your hood here. So once you get your hood open, this car is going to be super easy to replace the upstream O2 sensor. Because if you take a look back here, you see that blue wire that runs straight to our O2 sensor. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug that first. So if you guys follow that blue wire up, you can see there's the blue wire right back here, and then the plug-in is going to be right here. So what you want to do is take a trim tool or a cat's claw, get back behind here. And this is just on here by some push pins. So see if you can get this undone here. Just kind of get on it here. Once I get it out, I'll show you guys a better view of it. There we go. So you got these two, you can see these 2 clips right here. So pop those out of there like that. And then what you can do, you can see this tab right here. You're going to push down on that, and then it unplugs like that. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and break free the O2 sensor now. I will be using this O2 sensor socket. You can see that's what that looks like. This makes this job a lot easier. You can get these off Amazon super cheap as well. I'll put a link in the description for it. But you can see it's a 7/8 or a 22 millimeter. Now you might be able to get a 22 millimeter wrench or 7/8 wrench on this as well and break it free, but this just makes it a lot easier, so I'm going to use this. And then you may want to spray it with some WD-40 before you begin, just to help break that free a little bit here. But grab your socket, you're going to stick it through the wire here first, and then drop it down onto the sensor. And let's go ahead and see if we can break this free. These can be on there pretty tight, so. And just like that, as you guys saw. But once you break it free, it usually comes out pretty easy after that. To where you can take your socket off. You can see, then you can just spin it free. And I like to unplug it first, that way the cord doesn't get all caught up. There's your O2 sensor. All right, let's take a look at our new sensor here. So I just went with the same one that came out, the genuine Motorcraft DY-1185. Got this off Amazon as well. Put a link in the description for it. But you just want to measure it up, make sure it's the same thing. Look at your plug, make sure those match up as well. You can see, like I said, this is the same exact one that came out of it. And then looks like it does come with some anti-seize already on the thread, so we can just go ahead and screw this in and plug it in. So then just take your new O2 sensor and let's go ahead and screw that in. hard to get this started in here. There we go. And just turn the cord as you're spinning it. Get it finger tight. Grab our socket. Go ahead and get that around there. And just go ahead and get that kind of snugged up here. I think about right there, we should be good. So now let's go ahead and plug this back in. And then if you take a look here, so you see that hole right there on that silver bracket? That's where those push pins are gonna push into. So go ahead and get this plugged in. If I can get it plugged in the right way. Make sure it clicks, and then find those two holes there. Go ahead and push those push pins back in there. Just like that. So now that's holding that tight on there, and we should be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and check it again here and get my scanner plugged in. Now I did not delete that code yet, so let's just see if it even brings it up now. And I'll just go ahead and start it. Go to Diagnose. And it looks like it's still on there because I can see my check engine light still on here. So hit OK. Read codes. Of course, that's the same one. So let's go back and let's go ahead and erase the code. Hit OK. So now it's been cleared. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. Open my door here. And now I did try resetting this before and it would just come right back because of the low voltage on that O2 sensor. So now let's just try it again here. Put the key on. And right there you can see DTC count 0. So no codes. So I'm going to go ahead and take this for a spin real quick here. And then I'll come back and make sure it stayed off. Okay guys, so I just got back from a drive. Check engine light stayed off and seems to be running great. So I think that fixed the problem. So again, this was a 2012 Ford Focus. Check engine light came on, was getting poor fuel mileage, and the code was saying P0131, saying there's an issue with the upstream O2 sensor. And went ahead and replaced that, and all is good now. And if you guys have this code popping up and you take it to somewhere else and they may tell you that your catalytic converter needs to be replaced, definitely try this first. This will most likely fix the problem, and it's a lot cheaper than a catalytic converter. So hopefully this video helps you out. If it does, why don't you subscribe to my channel? I have a ton of videos on this car alone, so check those out when you get a chance, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys.